It's an exercise.
My glasses.
We'll start the press conference. I just want to ask, what are your final thoughts against what happens with Rayadas and what will change?
Yeah, well, first, a huge congratulations to them. I thought they played really well. They just kept pressing, they kept staying in the game, and they finished their penalties really well. I thought we did enough to win, as in we made and created a number of opportunities, but we weren't ruthless enough in front of the net. We talked about that as a team. But really it's just a lot of respect for a team that came here and put it all on the line, and we're deserved winners on the night.
Are you guys done in the room, Stefana?
Yes.
All right, I'll take questions online. If you have one, please use the raise hand feature. Ryan Clark, go ahead.
Hi, y'all. Rhian, I was curious your thoughts on what Chelsea did well in its first game and what your team will need to do in order to combat that on Saturday.
Yeah, Chelsea played very well. I think they, like us, will be frustrated at maybe not getting the win when they created a lot of opportunities and allowed Lyon back in the game and then lost in penalties. So similar stories there. I thought that for a preseason game, they looked pretty sharp, especially with a lot of their players having played in the Euros. You know, I just think it's a really great opportunity for two big clubs from our respective leagues to play one another and learn from each other and hopefully produce a good game for our fans.
Ryan, do you have any follow-ups?
Yes, Rhian, I was curious where the team's mindset is going into the two NWSL games that are coming up. How is the team mentally preparing for those with this tournament still yet to wrap up?
Well, actually, I'll ask Sam. I think, you know, just to frame it, we've got two really exciting games in the middle of a very busy season and a very busy stretch. And I think the team's been doing, it's hard to say a good job. We just lost. So like we should be a little bit hurt by that. But I do think the team's excited for these tournament games, but they appreciate that we're also in the middle of a season. But how do you feel the team?
Yeah, I mean, obviously like the vibes in the locker room are, you know, now that we're 2 days out from it, like they're better. But, you know, even that morning after we lost, it was, you know, like we're pissed. We never want to lose. And we've created a culture here where that's the way that we performed was really below our standard. And we all, both as individuals and as a team, like take that incredibly personally. I think everybody after the game was maybe a little bit too critical of themselves. But we've come back together. Our training today was great, good energy, positive energy. And we ultimately know that it's now just a growth opportunity. I think there's sort of a part of me that's a little bit, I'm never going to say I'm glad that we lost, but if we're going to lose, like that is the time for it to happen. And I think that it gave us a lot of pictures of things that maybe aren't there yet or areas that we can develop. So we can, you know, grow in the areas that we need to for NWSL play. Like, of course, this tournament doesn't have implications for our NWSL season, but we are taking and learning so much from it. And so if there is going to be a time where we do play below our standard or we do fall short of what we want to achieve, like I'd rather it be against Monterey than against, you know, a North Carolina or San Diego. Again, that doesn't mean that we look over that loss in any way, but we're going to take everything we can from it and learn from it and just grow now and apply what we've learned to the NWSL.
Great, Ryan, go ahead.
Thank you, Sam. I appreciate that answer. Rhian, I was wondering what you liked out of the minutes that Emily Mangus played and how she's progressing in her recovery. And also looking forward to the future, how Crystal Dunn is progressing on her potential return.
Yeah, so Emily has been working hard. She's got a very clear plan of return to play, and part of that was making sure she got some minutes in that game and didn't really miss a beat. I thought, for how long she's been out. She didn't look rusty. She looked confident on the ball, and that's how she's been playing at training as well. So she's quickly getting back to game fitness, match fitness, and getting back with her teammates fully in session. So she's right on the cusp of being completely back in. The fact Crystal just had a baby is mind blowing. She trained up until sort of the last few weeks of her pregnancy, and then she was fairly quickly back after Marcel was born. The diligence she puts into her training, how she looks after her body when it's not just the physical, return from labor, it's the mental. She's just become a mother for the first time. She's got a lot going on, and how she's done that has been exceptional. I know her teammates love having her around. Her leadership, even though she's not on the field, is critical to our success this far in the season. It will be for the rest of the season. She's quickly coming back. And again, I've spoken about it in the past. I'll say it again. My job is to almost hold Crystal back. If she could, she'd be playing tomorrow. She's not quite there yet. And, she has just had a child, but if you didn't know Crystal and you just watched her training, you wouldn't know that. She's very close to being back, and impressive in her work rate and energy she's put into making sure she's here for her teammates, but also doing all the little things to make sure she's ready physically and mentally.
Sam, can you just talk a little bit about what it's like for the first time in your professional career playing some of these big international clubs and the personnel on them, and like what that means for you as a young soccer player?
Yeah, I think it's so cool. Like I look at the list of teams that are here, and I think I kind of have to like pinch myself a little bit. Like we play Chelsea tomorrow. That just doesn't kind of feel real. But one of Rhian's messages after practice was like, just to not let it get too big. Like, yeah, they're a world-class club, but so are we. And I think from the minute I showed up here, like, yes, we're going to be playing against world-class clubs in this tournament, but we are one. And I've been able to be a part of one for the last 7 months. And it's been such an honor, and one that I've learned and grown so much in. And so, yeah, it's just been a really cool experience. Again, the first game did not go at all how we wanted it to, but I think it's just all about our response now. And I think the way that we show up against Chelsea tomorrow is going to determine all of that. And so we're just ready to go.
All right, we'll wrap it there. Thank you for your time, you guys, and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.